online had a picture of my business, Dad's Change of Pace. Although it was a very nice picture, and I will say that it was. Again, information in the article refers to bars in town having problems. The only truth in the article as far as Dad's Change of Pace is concerned is our hours. And yes, by law, my license with the New York State Liquor Authority, I am entitled to stay open until 4 a.m. in the morning. It was quoted in the paper that Mr. Decker said the bars in town are now cooperating with requests to close at 3 a.m. and have agreed to work with the PJ Police Chief Warden on the problem. No one has ever asked me to close at 3 a.m. So you can imagine my surprise when I had no clue what this was all about, because no one has ever come to me regarding issues at my place or me closing at 3 a.m. Most nights I do close earlier than 4. I have a great clientele and I do not put up with any rash behavior. I should not be included in this article because other bars in town continue to have problems, which are not handled appropriately. If you are looking to have a good time, hang out and enjoy a few drinks in a relaxing atmosphere, then Dad's is where you can go. It was also stated that Operation Port Pride is planning a responsible beverage service training, and Lindsay Carroll is the OPJP project coordinator of this. I would say if this was an issue with my business, someone would have been in touch with me. These articles should have never included my business. If the facts had been stated to begin with, our town council needs to be held accountable in some way for the misleading information and the generalization of bars in their statement. If the names of the businesses were given to begin with, then I think the article would have been entirely different or non-existent. I can say with great confidence that any one of you, if you own a business and you were lumped in with a problem existing with other businesses, you would not appreciate it. Especially when you are not the root of the problem. We are trying to revitalize our city, and this article has done nothing for our town or my business. I can say that anyone who has read any of these articles will never be coming to my place because of the misleading information and the left-out information supplied by Regis Foster and our city government. This will affect me, my family, my employees, and their families as well. I would certainly hope that the problems that are happening at our bars in town are being handled appropriately now. I certainly hope also that I am no longer included in the mess that has nothing to do with me and my business. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Anyone else?
My name is Lisa Utter. I do not reside in Port Jervis. I'm here because I sent in a FOIA request to Mr. Rivera asking him about any complaints or any violations for a particular property. The woman from downstairs said, or upstairs, whatever, called me and said that she cannot give me that information because it was $100 for a municipal search, which personally I don't know what that is, okay? But I've sent in many FOIA requests and I've always gotten a response back. And now all of a sudden it's $100? Really? Okay, so. Also, I called the Committee on Open Government. I spoke to a Kristen O'Neill, and she said to me, they only can charge me 25 cents a page. So unless it's 400 pages, it's not $100. I have her number. I'd be glad to give it to you if you need it, if you're unaware of that. Also, Ed has a wall in his backyard that seems to be a problem. It's, as far as we knew, it could be 6 feet. And it's been, in 2011, it was 6 feet. He lowered it probably last year to 4 feet because he wanted to make it longer. So the building inspector came to him and said, well, you know, it's supposed to be 4 feet. We've never heard that, but okay, I'm not the building inspector, I don't know. I want to say, I don't know who's aware, but Ed has given a house on Franklin Street for battered women, and he also rents at a very low rent to Empowering Port Jervis, which is on Fowler Street. He did that because he wants to help this town. He's been in business in this town for over 30 years. And he's built houses, he's had successful businesses, he's been here his whole life. He loves Port Jervis. He's 70 years old, he's still in Port Jervis, and he's still making it beautiful. Lately, I've been noticing around town that the houses are getting fixed and it's looking very nice. But there are some houses that things are overgrown and you know, there's weeds, it looks terrible, buildings, mostly garages and stuff are falling down, and nothing is being done about that. But Ed received a citation about high grass and all kinds of other things that was also would be included in my FOIL request, wanting to know about the complaints or the violations, which again, I was told that I have to spend $100 for this information. So, like I said, I spoke to the lady from the Committee on Open Government, and she said, impossible. It's impossible. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Sorry.
Let's say the same thing. Oh, no difference. Third ward. My friend Dave Rivera, he loves me so much. I make all the complaints about the building above me that's got a motorcycle shop in it. And what does he do? He sends me violation after violation after violation. Because there's all kinds of garbage in the house next door to me, and I complain. The squeaky wheel gets all the oil, if you know what I mean. 2 pages of violations on 2 properties. I've never cut the grass on my vacant lot since I bought the property in 2003. When I bought the property in 2003, I cleared everything. All the brush, all the grass, all the weeds, all the poison ivy, all the poison sumac. And since, well, I did it for 2 years. I sprayed everything, killed all the weeds. Now there's weeds growing, but no brush. Not an ounce of brush on it. Once a year, I go over there and cut the brush down. Cut the weeds down so it doesn't turn into brush. But now I have a violation because my grass is too high. Of course, if you go down the street 100 feet, there's grass that's higher than mine. If you go down the road 150 feet, on the same street, there's more grass and more weeds, poison sumac, poisonous plants. And my backhoe and my excavator. I've been building a wall for 2 years in my backyard. Is that legal? I don't need a permit to do it. I'm an old man, I do it when I feel like it. I tore my wall down from 6 feet, and city code says it can be 6 feet. I didn't like it. So I tore it down and made it longer, except at the end, where it is 6 feet. And Mr. Rivera told me that state codes override city codes. So my question would be, I guess he can't answer the question though, but you can think about it. Did the city adopt that code for state codes, for retaining walls? Or is it still, it's on the computer, city codes are 6 foot. But he says that state codes override them. So I sent the FOIL request in also. They won't give me a letter saying why. They won't give me an answer. It's $100. You know about this, Robin?
She can't answer you.
I'm sorry?
She can't answer
Oh,
you.
she can't answer.
I'm going to get the information. I'll get it back to you.
I sent this request in. They called me up and said it'd be $100 to get the answers. I called the same place that Lisa called. Committee for Open Government. They told me they can't do that. And if they want the phone number, I got the phone number and I got the name, which I'm sure she has it also. It's just, this building inspector is really, I've been building houses and repairing houses in Port Jervis since 1982. I started my first business in Port Jervis in 1969, in March. I've had businesses ever since since 69. I've had business in I love Port Jervis. Well, Port Jervis I love. This is ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. This, what I have to go through. All the violations that place up there has, and that motorcycle shop is still running. I videotaped them again Saturday. Repairing motorcycles, 3 motorcycles in the street, and another motorcycle halfway in the garage, halfway out the garage. But the videotapes do nothing for me. I complained about the tires, the workbench in the street, the repairs in the street. I complained about the address, because the address said 32 Farm Street. Then he changed the address to 30 Farm Street, and I have pictures. You can't read where it says 30 Farm Street. And then he changed it again so it's bigger. And now he stands up there and gives me the finger every time I come home from work. No violations for that place, ever. All the FOIL requests I got. I'm going to give you these pictures. This is within sight distance of my house. Actually, I probably should show them the cameras first, right? That's very important. Let everybody see where that is. Can you see that? Can you zoom in on that? That's all the violations within 200 feet of my house. Right? There's some more. The address is right on it. And I don't want to make this guy upset because he has weeds that are 5 foot high with poison sumac, poison ivy, a fence on city property. I don't want to make him upset. But if I have to, we have to.
Thank you, Mr. Group.
Yeah. I want to complain about a little garbage out there.
But that shouldn't be there either.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
and this has been there. This has been there since probably a year.
Okay.
All right.
I'll look into it. Thank you.
My time's up.
Yes.
Okay. There's a few more things I'm going to say, but okay. 3 minutes at the end.
Afterwards.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is David Wallace. I'm an attorney for Mr. DeGroat. Mr. DeGroat, I guess, has had a couple of discussions, and I was hoping that I can help him advance some of this dialogue so that hopefully he can get to the bottom. I know that we have reasonable people here in the city of Port Jervis, and there may be some things which really haven't been brought to light, which may be helpful in trying to get a resolution on this issue. Mr. DeGroat is speaking of 30 Farnham, which is directly behind his residence. There are a number of materials which probably the city ought to be aware of. First of all, this is the view out to the back window of Mr. DeGroat's home, where you can see 30 Farnham, obviously in proximity to Mr. DeGroat's home. The tenant of that home has a Facebook. The Facebook shows a work area with at least half a dozen motorcycles, workbench, and it appears that there's really no particular secret being made of this commercial operation. The gentleman at this location also has a business card listing his address as 32 Farnham Street. This is a business card for Brunel's Motorsports, motorcycle, ATV, dirt bike repair specialist, 30 years of experience, pickup and deliveries available. This is a business card that Mr. DeGroat obtained. Just a quick summary of the code. Be happy to provide copies.
Mr. Wallace, Mr. DeGroat already went through all this with us back in April, and it was discussed, but I'd be willing to sit with you and Corporation Counsel and discuss this. Okay?
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Stacy Case, Ward 2, resident of Port Jervis, concerned citizen, and I came here this evening because I love my country and I'm concerned at the things that I'm seeing around here. On Saturday evening, which was the eve of 9/11, I was sitting home, scanning through Facebook posts, and I was just about to sign off, and scrolls by council members, I don't know if you'd call it, I guess a flyer, for a workshop that was to take place today in Port Jervis. And it was about, it's called Complete Streets. And I thought, what the heck is this, Complete Streets? I know this is Agenda 21, what is this? But I wasn't sure, so I went and researched it a bit. So then I go to the mayor's page, and it's on his page, and it's not posted until Saturday evening, on the eve of 9/11, when we had the biggest attack on American soil, and this is what's being posted. It upset me tremendously, and I'm upset right now. So, all right, calm down. I said, all right, I'll go to this workshop to see what it is. And I'm praying, after researching, that this is not what this workshop was about today. So I came here first, I'd like to ask a couple questions, and then at the workshop, I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit really upset about it. First, I'd like to ask a couple questions, and then you asked me at the workshop to please explain to people what is sustainable development. So I'll do that after I ask this question. I wanted to know, since I don't really come to council meetings a lot, lucky you, but I wanted to know, does Port Jervis, did we ever accept a HUD grant, Community Block Development Grant? We did.
Do all the time.
We do all the time.
Been for years.
Wow. And is there any way I can get a list of these grants that we've accepted? I would have to foil them. There's no website I can go to?
No.
And to find out even what's being done with the monies from these HUD grants?
They go through the organization, they go through HUD, so HUD, that's who you probably have to foil.
Okay, I'll find out then. Okay, so since I don't have much time, I'll hurry it up. And tomorrow is election day, so I'm working the polls. We have to get to the polls early. I hope everybody goes out to vote tomorrow. Very important. I'll start with this. Where did it originate? The term sustainable development was first introduced to the world in the pages of a 1987 report, Our Common Future, produced by the United Nations World Commission on Environmental and Development, authored by G.R.O. Harlem Brundtland, VP of the World Socialist Party. The term was first offered as official UN policy in 1992 in a document called UN Sustainable Development Agenda 21, issued at the UN Earth Summit, today referred to simply as Agenda 21. Agenda 21, the objective of sustainable development is to integrate economic, social, and environmental policies in order to achieve reduced consumption, social equity, and the preservation and restoration of biodiversity. Sustainabilists insist that every societal decision be based on environmental impact, focusing on three components: global, land use, global education, and global population control and reduction. So what's social equity? Social equity, social injustice. Social justice is described as the right and opportunity of all people to benefit equally from the resources afforded us by the society and the environment. Redistribution of wealth. Private property is a social injustice, since not everyone can build wealth from it. National sovereignty is a social injustice. Universal health care is a social injustice, all part of Agenda 21 policy. And that's the beginning. It goes on. And I will come to the next town council meeting if anyone's interested, and I will have material printed out, and anybody's welcome to have them. You can also go on my friend Tom DeWeese's website, the American Policy Center, and start educating yourselves, because what is happening in this town, this workshop today, I asked simple questions. I asked, well, how much is this grant? Where is it coming from? I'm told that the grant is coming from Orange County Health Department. Why are our streets being designed by Orange County Health?
Okay, Miss Casey, I have to stop you because your time's up.
It is.
Yes.
Well, I got my
There's
one good question out,
Thank you.
and I
Thank
thank you for letting me speak here.
Thank you.
All right.
Anyone
Thank
else
you.
from the public?
Vote tomorrow.
Anyone else from the public? Not hearing any, I'll ask for an approval of the minutes of the August 22nd Common Council meeting. I have a motion by Mr. Belcher, second by Mr. Siegel. Discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried. Committee reports, finance and insurance. I'm going to ask Ms. Hendry.
Okay, the Finance Committee has not met since our last meeting. The next meeting will be Wednesday, September 21st at 6:30. But in the meantime, we have some bills to pay, so I'm going to go ahead and read those. From the general fund, we have $122,322.90. From the water fund, we have $12,760.16. And from the capital fund, we have $24,496.16 for a grand total of $159,579.22. From the general and water funds, some of our bills are Orange County landfill for our August usage, which is $16,916.30. Cargill for Clear Lane is $9,733.67. And for Summit Research ACH, $2,760. From the capital fund, Donegal Construction Profile Machine Rental for $11,150, and Jam Associates 50% deposit on Fire Museum roof for $9,115.00. So I then make a motion to accept the bills.
I have a motion by Ms. Henry. Do I have a second? Second by, Greg? You made the motion, or you let George make the motion?
We'll make the motion. Okay.
Mr. Belcher made the motion, second by Mr. Patrick. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? So carried. Thank you.
And I believe that is it for finance.
Thank you very much. Fire and Emergency Management, Mr. Siegel.
Thank you, Mayor. The board officers meeting is tonight, probably just ended because of the Labor Day holiday, so I don't have the official documents, which will save a great deal of time since it's almost 8 o'clock anyway, but I do have a synopsis of each individual request. So I'd like to just present their requests. One is Patrick, Kiesow, for active membership in Engine 4. Make a motion, we accept that.
I have a motion by Mr. Siegel to accept the memberships. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Henry. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you.
Thank you. Frank W. Fuller Jr., Engine 5, appointed to the Fire Police. I make a motion, we accept that, approve that.
I have a motion by Mr. Siegel, second by Mr. Foster, to approve Frank Fuller as member of the Fire Police.
Correct.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? So carried.
Gregory A. Collette, Engine 1, appointed as a probationary driver for Engine 1. I make a motion, we accept that.
Second. I have a motion by Mr. Siegel, second by Mr. Belcher, for Mr. Collette as a probationary driver for Engine 1. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? So carried.
Engine 5 and Engine 6 to attend a wet down in Spare Bush on September 17th, 2016. Make a motion, we approve
I
that.
have a motion for Engine 5 and Engine 6 to go to a wet down in Sparrow Bush on September 17th. Mr. Siegel, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Foster. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Engine 2 also to attend the wet down in Spare Bush on 9/17/2016, and to have a booth at the Fall Foliage Festival on September 25th. Is that when it is? October, isn't it? September 25th. Where they will have a goldfish toss and a raffle to an indoor water park. I make a motion, we approve that.
Motion by Mr. Siegel for Engine 2 to also go to the wet down and to have a booth at the Fall Foliage Festival. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Fitzpatrick. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
And Engine 6 and Truck 7 to have booths at the Fall Foliage Festival, also on 9/25/2016.
Motion by Mr. Siegel for Engine 6 and Truck 7 to have booths at Fall Foliage Festival. Second by Mr. Belcher. Discussion? All in favor? Opposed? So carried.
Okay, moving on. I don't know if I made a motion to approve the Fire and Emergency Management meetings for the August 15th meeting. If I did not, I'd like to make that motion now.
I have a motion by Mr. Siegel to approve the August 15th meeting minutes for the fire emergency management.
Yes.
Second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Foster. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you.
The next meeting, comes the Fire and Emergency Management meeting, is October 17th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. And I do that for informational purposes. And should I do the, should I do the reorganization thing now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have a letter from the three fire chiefs, Honorable Mayor Kelly B. Decker, members of the City Council, reference reorganization of the Port Jervis Fire Department. Dear Mayor Decker and members of the City Council, we, the chief officers of the Port Jervis Fire Department, respectfully request that the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis pass a motion action. I think that's the ghost of firemen past. Disband and terminate Fowler Rescue and Salvage Company Number 3 and reorganize that particular unit into Port Jervis Fire Department Special Operations Squad. The reason for this request is due to the lack of membership in Fowler Rescue and Salvage Company Number 3 and the desire to create a Special Operations Squad that will encompass at minimum the Waters Operation Team, the Accident Victim Extrication Team, and the Technical Rescue Rope Team. The membership of this Special Operations Squad shall be members serving in other companies of the department. The Port Jervis Fire Department Special Operations Squad would be housed at 22 Hammond Street, adjacent to the Port Jervis Municipal Building, in an area currently occupied by Fowler Rescue and Salvage Number 3. The current apparatus, equipment, and facilities would then be under the stewardship of the Port Jervis Fire Department Special Operations Squad. It's signed by the three chiefs. Along with that, we have a resolution resolution of the Common Council of the City of Port Jervis, Orange County, New York, regarding the termination of the particular fire